Stay in the bath a little too long, or do a big stack of dishes and your fingertips turn into tiny raisins. You have seen it 1,000 times, and you have almost certainly believed the wrong reason for it your entire life. Everyone assumes the same thing. The skin soaked up water, swelled, and puckered, like a sponge left in the sink. It is the obvious answer. It is also wrong. Your skin is not soaking anything up. Here is the first clue that the sponge story is nonsense. If wrinkling were just skin absorbing water, your whole body would wrinkle in the bath. Your arms, your back, your face, they do not. Only your fingers and toes ever do this. Only the fingertips and the soles of your feet, the exact places you grip and stand on. That is a very specific list for something that is supposedly just an accident of wet skin. And here is the clue that ends the argument completely. If you damage the nerve to a finger, that finger stops wrinkling. Soak the whole hand, every finger prunes, except the one whose nerve is cut. It stays perfectly smooth. Think about what that means. If this were just water swelling dead skin, a cut nerve would change nothing. The water does not care about your nerves, but the wrinkling does, which means the wrinkling is not happening to you, it is being done by you. Your fingers wrinkle on purpose. It is an active reflex run by your nervous system. The moment your fingertips sit in water long enough, sensors in the skin fire a signal up your nerves, and your body makes a decision. That decision is to squeeze. The same emergency nervous system that handles your heartbeat and your panic tells the tiny blood vessels in your fingertips to clamp down. They narrow. The medical word is vasoconstriction. The blood supply under the skin shrinks. And this is the part that flips the whole thing on its head. The wrinkles do not form because the fingertip puffs up. They form because the tissue underneath pulls down. The pad deflates a little. The skin on top suddenly has too much surface and it buckles into ridges. You are not a swollen sponge. You are a tent with the poles pulled in. So, your body has built an entire automatic system wired straight into your nerves just to crinkle your fingers in water. Which raises the obvious question, why on earth would it bother? The leading idea is beautifully simple. Tread. Look at a car tire in the rain. The grooves are not there for grip on dry road. They are there to channel water out from under the tire so it does not skid. Your finger wrinkles may be doing the exact same job. The ridges create little channels. When you press a wet fingertip onto something slippery, water escapes down the grooves instead of staying trapped underneath, and your skin actually touches the surface. Better contact, better grip on wet things, exactly when you would otherwise slip. And it is not just a nice story. When scientists had people pick up wet objects with smooth fingers versus wrinkled ones, the wrinkled fingers were faster. Pruned up fingers genuinely handle wet things better. Your body pre-installed wet weather tires and never told you. So the raisins are not your skin giving up. They might be your body. The second it senses you are somewhere wet, quietly switching your fingers into grip mode, just in case you need to hold on to something. Or someone. Now, in the interest of honesty, this is where it gets a little awkward, because not everyone is convinced. That famous wet grip result, when another group of scientists tried to repeat it, they could not find the effect at all. The wrinkled fingers were no better than smooth ones. So the tread idea, as clean as it sounds, is still a genuine argument. Your body might have a brilliant reason for this. Or it might just be a side effect it never bothered to switch off. Even the people who study it for a living are not totally sure. But here is what we do know, and it is the part that really kills the sponge theory. This is tuned. It only happens in warm water, not cold. It takes about 5 minutes to appear, not seconds. And the moment you dry off, it slowly reverses, and your fingers go smooth again. That is not how a sponge behaves. A sponge does not wait 5 minutes, ignore cold water, and then politely undo itself. This is a setting, with conditions, that your body switches on and off. And you are not the only one doing it. Japanese macaques, the monkeys famous for sitting in hot springs, get wrinkled fingers too. Which means this is not some quirk of being human. It is old, older than us. A feature your distant ancestors were already running long before anyone had a bathtub to be confused by. And that points at the real story. For most of the time, your hands have existed. They were not doing dishes. They were reaching into rivers and rock pools and wet ground for food, gripping slippery things to survive. If wrinkled fingers gave even a tiny edge in the wet, evolution would happily keep the wiring. You are running rainy day software written for a life you no longer live. And there is a small price for all of this. Those same wrinkles slightly dull your fingertips. The puckered skin is a little less sensitive to fine detail. So your body made a quiet trade. The moment things get wet, it hands you grip and takes back a sliver of precision. It decided a very long time ago that not dropping things matters more than feeling them perfectly. And the strangest part is when you notice. You will go your entire life with this system firing. In every bath, every pool, every long shower. And never once thank it. It asks for nothing. It waits for water, does its job, and quietly smooths itself back out the second you towel off, like it was never there at all. Now, because the whole thing depends on live, working nerves, doctors figured out something clever. They can use it as a test. Soak a hand in warm water for a few minutes and watch what wrinkles and what does not. A finger that refuses to wrinkle can be a quiet signal that the nerve feeding it is not working properly. It is being studied as a simple, no-needles way to check whether the nerves in a hand are healthy or recovering after an injury. So those raisin fingers in your bath are, in a small way, a working readout of your nervous system. Every time they wrinkle, they are quietly confirming the wiring still works. You have been running a nerve test in the tub your whole life and calling it pruny. So none of this is your skin failing. It is the opposite. It is one of the most underrated reflexes you own. A wet grip system on a hair trigger wired so deep into you that a single cut nerve can switch one finger off. It is not water getting in. It is not skin wearing out. It is a deliberate, ancient, slightly over-eager feature, doing precisely what it was built to do, on a body that mostly just wanted to finish the dishes. This was my curious body. Right now, sitting in dry air, your fingers are smooth on standby, waiting for the first sign of water to deploy the treads. So the next time your fingers go full raisin in the bath, that is not damage. That is your body quietly deciding you might need a better grip. It has no idea you are just sitting there, doing nothing.